Good morning, everybody. I, Dr. Rohit Rastogi, Associate Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad, welcome you all in this session of Business Data Warehousing and Data Mining. And so today's the topic is metadata reporting. Metadata is a very important phenomena which help us to understand about the data, and today we will understand that what operations and instructions are executed inside the machine for metadata reporting. So dear friends, as in the last time we discussed about the basics that data warehouse is a digital storage system and the data is stored inside the mass storage devices or the secondary storage in a detailed manner and systematic manner. There is an address translation table where the required data is mapped from the right type of address and it is stored randomly at the suitable places. Since inside the memory it's a complex architecture and since the volume of the data is very much large, so extract the data at the right time and in the less amount of time is very much important phenomena. We also studied in the last lecture about the business intelligence uses as well as the uses of data warehouse in reporting and analytics purposes to support the regulatory environment, as well as companies can turn their data into insight to make smart and data-driven decisions. So this strategy and facilities are used in the supermarket to company progress quarterly and half-yearly decision making and strategy rules for different organizations. Data warehouse store current and historical data in one place and act as the single source as the truth of the organization. So here we can understand that metadata summary database profile reports to summarize the tables and the significant statistics. Because inside the data warehouse, the data is structured in a tabular manner where the different attributes, rows, and columns are giving a shape to the large amount of data. So, what the data collector or the resource person has thought while collecting the data is an important process. So, to understand about the metadata, we have to firstly understand that what kind of tables are designed and what rows and columns a particular user has used. What are the meaning of the different attributes? So metadata can be explained in few ways that the data that provides information about the other data. Mainly, this is termed as metadata. Also, as per the earlier structures and scriptures and in the recent textbooks, the metadata has been denoted as to summarize the basic information about the data to make finding and working with particular instances of the data easier. Metadata can be treated manually to be more accurate or automatically for the basic information. Here we can see that reporting on the metadata has many different use cases and multiple applications. It is used to relate a better understanding of the content of a metadata repository. Metadata is shorthand representation of the data which they refer. For a data warehouse designer, it is easier to understand the whole structure of the data, tabular structure, and the attributes so that they can make suitable operations while extraction of the data from the data mart. So metadata can be explained in few ways: data that provides information about other data. Metadata also summarizes the basic information about the data, make findings, and working with particular instances of the data easier. Metadata can be created manually to be more accurate, automatically, and contains basic information. Here we can see that there are three main types of metadata. First is descriptive metadata. As the name suggests, that it gives the description of the different components of the data to enable the research, findings, discovery, identification, as well as selection of the resources. So it includes the element like title, author, and subjects. Second type of data is administrative metadata, which helps the management of the resources and it can include element as technical, preservation, rights, and uses. Third type of data is the structural data, and it is generally used in a machine to present and describe the relationship among various resources. So one by one, we shall see what kind of interrelationship of these different type of metadata are there. So in descriptive metadata, actually we get the answer that what actually the data means, who owns it, what does it contain, and when was it published. So as we saw earlier that identification, selection of the resources like title, author, and subject are the key component of descriptive metadata. In structural metadata, we get the answer that how does it relate to other dataset, how is it organized, and what is the key, and is it sorted or not. Like earlier, we can see that the technical, preservation, rights, and uses are covered in administrative data. In structural data, we get the answer about the organization and the key components. And here we can see that the part of the resource and the interrelationship between the different components are covered. Now, administrative metadata allows the administrator to impose the rules and restrictions. So here easily the data access and permissions come in picture, and we have to furnish the required maintenance and management of the data resources. In descriptive metadata, it identifies the spatial characteristic of the piece of the data as well as bibliographic data, keywords, titles, volume numbers, so that one can easily find out the data inside the enormous volume of the data. In structural metadata, the interrelationship is covered, so how pages in the audiobook are organized inside the memory, and as well as the different element of the computers are assembled, and it is used to find the different synonyms or the interrelationship, interdependency of the data attributes. Other type of metadata are legal metadata, preservation metadata, process metadata, and provenance metadata. So as their name suggests, also other type of metadata, reference metadata, statistical metadata, and use metadata. So as the name suggests that in legal metadata, the creative licensing like copyrights, licenses, and royalties are covered. In preservation metadata, the hierarchical framework or sequences are covered. In process metadata, the procedures to collect and treat the statistical data, these are covered. So these are actually used for documentation of a particular software to understand the data completely. In provenance data, metadata, it is also known as data lineage, where the track and history of the data is covered. In reference metadata, information that describes the quality of the statistical content, and in statistical metadata, the numerical part, like the reports, surveys, graphs, analysis, and use metadata, the business can pick out trends in customer behavior and more rapidly adapt their products is covered. So as example, we can understand that the author, the creation date, the modification of the data date, and the file size are examples of the metadata. Having the ability to search for a particular element of that metadata is important for a specific document. In metadata governance solution, one example is that understanding the type of relationship, whether a category or information government policies contains categories within the same data, is checked. And this is important to understand the interrelationship, interdependency, and intercharacteristics of the data. So, in metadata, overall, we can say that it helps to understand the status and progress of your governance program. For example, it helps to determine that what percentage of information government policies have information governance rules that are assigned, or what percentage of these information governance rules have data rules that are assigned. So, metadata is basically the key component to understand the data completely so that the decision makers, the designers, the report makers, as well as the administrators have ease to understand the data, to make strategies, to make softwares over that, and to make a complete uses of this. So metadata understanding is a key role to develop an efficient data warehouse. These are the references where one can understand more about the metadata. These are the textbooks as well as web references from net, and one can make a positive use of that. So with this, I, Dr. Rohit Rastogi, Associate Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad, thank you all for your patience listening. And in next section, we will cover the other components of data warehouse and its different processes. Till then, stay safe and blessed. Thank you and bye-bye.